Don't shit can me, Jesus. Mama said you can't be cruel. Don't shit can me, Jesus. I'll go back to Sunday school. She says you got me in your pocket, and if I doubt it, I'm a fool. That would have been much better with a little guitar backing if I actually knew a guitar player, but we want to talk about songwriting and lyrics today as being a little different than poems. Poetry, let's just say, is the stuff that looks good on a page. A lyric is stuff that has to sound good when someone sings it, not necessarily myself. One distinction I want to talk about a little bit is what's a songwriter versus what's a lyricist. Myself, I don't know how to play accompanying instruments all that well. Let's just say it all. So that last little thing that I sang, I can't play that on a piano yet. I'm taking lessons. I can't play it on a guitar. So in my mind, I'm a lyricist, not a songwriter, because I can't play the music behind the song. I could be way wrong, and if there's songwriters out there that write songs but can't play the music to it, hey, let me know I'm wrong, because for some reason I think that's a distinction. But the idea is that lyrics and songs that are written have to be sung, or what's the point? In our culture, there's something called the Great American Songbook. It's not a physical book, it's just a name for material that was written between, let's say, the 1930s to the mid-50s. And those songs almost always had rhyming, they almost had a chorus, they were generally romantic in nature, they told a story, and they revolved around melody. Melody was king. In the late 50s and 60s, something called rock and roll happened. You may have heard about it. You can Google it if you need to. And songwriting shifted to where the beat was emphasized more than the melody. There were still lyrics. They generally were still in rhymes. They still had a chorus. They still had a story to tell. There still was some romance involved, but it was, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So, moved in a little bit of a different direction. I'm not going to pretend that I am hip to what's going on now in terms of popular culture. I listen to a little bit, not that much, but I've noticed that now songs sometimes only have one lyric. And I can't think of the one I was going to sing, and that's probably just as well, because I didn't write it and I shouldn't sing it. I think it's... they wear masks. They're popular, and the tune is all around our world. They distort their voice, but it's just one line. There's a lot of songs now where there's just one line, and that's it. And it's all covered up by production skill, by electronic beats, electronic noise, sound effects, and, it goes on the dance floor, and that's what passes for songwriting right now. I'm not going there, and I hope that people would return to writing songs that have lyrics, that have a rhyming pattern to it, that have a chorus, that have a story to tell. Peter had a temper. I can't sing now, I'm not going to, but I've written other songs that have that, and I don't know how to encourage people to write that. So let's say that you start with hearing something in your mind. Let's say it's a melody. And you hear the melody again and again. You don't have any words to it yet. Well, get the melody down and then put something to it. The song that I was going to sing that I can't right now had a phrase in it, Peter had a temper. The words Peter and temper both have a P, T, and an R in it. They kind of lent a little tension to each other, and it eventually punched its way through until it was the first line of a song. You can access it on my webpage, on my CD. I'm really, really happy with how this is going right now. But that is how that song started. Those two words collided, and I went, oh, there's something there, and I was able to follow it into a lyric. Another time, I was actually trying to play something on piano, and I play piano the same way I type. I look at my fingers and go like, oh, they're moving. And it went dun 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 dun, and I kept repeating that pattern. And eventually, words came to it and it said, "We count upon our fingers the ways we're loved." And that whole song is just me matching the way my fingers moved on the piano with words until a story came out of it. So that's obviously another way, songs can come to you. But I want to encourage people to sing things and to write things to be sung and to sing what other people have written, from decades ago, to get some of that back. I'm learning a tune this week called Fly Me to the Moon, Let Me Dance Among the Stars. It's an old song. Some guy named Frank Sinatra sang it, like anybody knows who he is anymore. But there's a quality to us as humans that gets improved with singing. And I just want to encourage that. So I want to take this time to encourage you to sing your own song, sing other people's, change the words to them if you don't like them, put some words to something new, but sing. I'm happier when I sing. You might not be happier when I sing, but I certainly am, and I'd probably be happier to hear you sing. So sing something. Hey, record it, send it to us. If we like it, we'll put it up on our next video, and hopefully it'll sound a lot better than I did so far. Thank you.